what I heard.
That they gave him a $650,000 performance bonus and $14.7 million in stock bonuses.
Yeah.
Rhett forgot our music today, so we were going to bring him a guitar. So it didn't.
We found a ukulele.
Anyways, welcome Behind the Reds with Zach and Randy. I'm your host, Zach Gronowski, and with me as always,
I'm Randy. I'm here.
Randy's here with us again today.
Trying.
And you're here every time. It's fine. You're
I know.
supposed to be here all the time.
I guess because I'm part of it.
your name's in the title. You have to be.
Yeah.
One day we're going to put a chick in your chair, though.
This is Randy.
This is Randy.
Spells it with an I.
Right.
Wasn't that an episode of Tool Time?
It
Probably
might have been.
was.
I don't know.
Probably
Simpsons did it.
Yeah, right.
I think Tool Time did it, and so did the Red Green Show for just a little bit.
Remember, women don't find you handsome.
At least they should find a hand.
It's the only reason I became a technician. You know? Thought I was going to impress people, and all it does is it didn't do any of that.
It's like that movie Need for Speed. You know, it's not a very good movie, but he's like, you know, did he display the Mustang, and he's like, we built that car, and the girl's like, oh, you're a mechanic, and they all walk away from him.
Yeah, right.
See that car over there? We built that.
That is the industry right there in a
Heck yeah,
nutshell.
it is.
That is.
Well,
I said it in one of the episodes we did where I said, you know, I've impressed more guys with my trucks and builds than I have ever.
Oh yeah, you always get something. That's pretty. Yeah, you know, I mean, $20 is $20, but man, look at that truck he's got. You know.
I've never been somewhere in my C10 or any of the trucks I had had just some chick rip her shirt off, you know, and say, take me, and just run and jump in my, never.
You've never had that happen?
I've never had that happen.
All right, well, I'm not the only one then.
Okay, go on. On another note, it was funny, I had a customer of mine call me up last night, and he says, I was going to tell you this story, it was pretty funny. He calls me up, it's like 8:30 at night. Good customer of mine, one of the local farmers.
Yeah.
And I answered the phone, and I says, Brian, it's 8:30 at night on a Saturday.
What's on fire?
I says, you're not calling me for a social call, I can imagine. Yeah. And he says, well, how do you know that? He said, maybe I'll just call and say hi and see how you're doing and all that stuff. I'm like, oh, is that what you called? He says, no, my truck broke. He said, my truck
no, but
start.
I could be. Yeah. We're at that point.
Right. Anyways, back to what we were going to originally get to. So, Randy, you gave me some interesting news before the show.
Yep.
About our buddy Jim Farley.
Yep.
The CEO of Ford.
Yeah.
He is doing so phenomenal.
Yeah. That's what I heard.
That they gave him a $650,000 performance bonus and $14.7 million in stock bonuses.
Yeah.
Ford's doing really well.
They're doing
I wonder how their technicians are doing. Are they still shortage? Like, they went on there and he was crying about having no technicians. And now they give him this bonus. So they must have enough.
No, they filled it up.
Did they? They filled their quota up?
They can't do any, I mean, they can't fix anything, but all the bays are full. Because that's what you look at. I've seen owners do it many a times. They walk out, there's an empty bay. I could put a guy there. That doesn't mean he's going to be qualified just because you can put somebody in that position.
Maybe that's why they got the bonus. You know, them bean counters are a bunch of idiots.
Oh, yeah.
And they probably looked at it and said, with the technician shortage,
we're saving money.
We're saving money. So now we can give Jim Farley a bonus.
Yeah. We can't fix the car, so we'll sell him a new one.
Right. Wow, no wonder they got performance bonuses going on. I'm going to work for Ford.
You know what? If for some reason I'm not on the next one because I get taken out by somebody because I have just figured out the whole model scheme for this whole thing.
Don't get it.
Yep. Just remember, you heard it here first.
Right, yeah. Randy Solomon crashes his truck today, suspected of brake line failure.
Yep.
Yeah,
huh.
Right, wow, no shit.
Really?
Yeah, wow, that's insane.
That's nuts.
You know, I was thinking about the other day, we were talking about technician shortage, and, these CEOs, we were just talking about this before the show. How do you have employees that, I don't know if the word is not making enough money or not treated fairly or whatever, and companies that are now kicking out record profits? We were talking about, Consumers Energy before. We were talking about a couple other companies. How do you have employees that are struggling in an industry that's struggling And all of a sudden you can come out as Ford, CEO and say, well, I got a $650,000 bonus and $14.7 million in stock options or whatever. How do you do that as a company?
I don't know why. I know it's all public record. It has to be.
Yeah.
But I mean, on top of it, why do you flaunt it?
Why would you? Why would you do that? That's just like Amazon. Okay, Jeff Bezos, I don't remember what they quoted last year or whatever it was, but they made billions of dollars in profit and all this other stuff. He's building that super yacht. They got to take that bridge down.
He goes to space for like fun.
Right. Shot himself in a rocket.
Yeah. It looked like the rocket from Austin Powers.
Yeah, the Austin Powers rocket.
Look at that giant Johnson.
Right. But what I'm saying is that I'm not against companies making money. No. I'm not. You know what? You want to have record profits? Go ahead.
That is how we are built. That's the whole structure.
Here's where I don't think the people out there understand that they hold the power. And we're seeing it now in the automotive world. The technicians hold the power now.
Yeah.
There aren't any. There's none coming. Mm-hmm. Okay, so now the industry is forced to have to pay these guys who are there more money and take care of them better. They're not there yet, but they're getting there. Okay.
Well, I'm gonna tell you a little story. Our buddy there, Mike.
Okay. Yeah.
He was telling me, they hired a guy young guy, work next to him. He's helping this kid get through all this stuff, and the kid tells him, because now technically the law is you can't tell your employees to not share their what they're being paid. That's the law.
That's not a law.
Yeah, it is.
No.
Yes, it is. You can't tell your employees to shh.
Oh, no, you can't. Oh, you can't tell your employees that.
Yes, you
can.
Yeah,
okay, yeah. They are openly allowed to share what they make with each other. Yes,
I'm not kidding
and
you.
And if they fire you for that, that is a there's I forget the name of the lawsuit, but you have grounds for lawsuit against your employer. Yes.
You're going to win, just in case don't know. You heard it here.
Right, you can, yeah.
But, so he's helping this kid and whatever, and the kid tells him what he's making, and Mike goes, "Oh, you're making like $5 more than me." And the kid, whatever, you're so full of it. And he goes, "No, you are, and I'm helping you."
Right, you're a trainee, and you're making $5 more.
And I seen a video the other day of a guy, they were talking about that. They says, what do you do in that situation? Because they know what all their employees make.
Yes.
And another person comes in, and whether they can blow the smoke or not, and how bad they're needed. Why do you do that to your employee? Everybody should be pulled up to the same amount.
Right.
And
they don't do that.
Yeah, and I get it. It's profit, loss, all this stuff like this, but that will take a good employee who wasn't even thinking about something else, and once they find that out, that's in the back of their head forever. Yeah. And they're always like, well, you know what? They did that to me once. How many times have they done it before? That your loyal, good employee is not that anymore.
Right.
He's just he's going to go in there, and it's just a job at that point. Yeah. And that's. I get it. I get it because I get both. I'm not a business owner. You are, but I do see. It's all about money. It's all about everything is about the money, about making money, earning money.
Right. So I'll tell you the other side of the coin, as far as from the business owner side of it. Okay, and I understand. Okay, I understand employee pay, and I understand treating your employees fairly, and I understand all of that. I understand how it works, and I do. Okay, I treat everyone fairly. I pay everyone really well. I mean, I do my best to take care of everyone. Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. And this might not be a popular opinion. It's probably going to cause a little bit of stir amongst some people with this. Okay. But the way I see it is this, is that I should be making, as a business owner, 2 to 3 times or whatever more profit than what I pay my employees.
Yes. Well, yes, you're taking all the risk.
Yes, I am the one that stuck my neck. Okay, so I've been in business for 9 years.
Yep.
Okay, and for the first 5 and 6 years, it was all me. I did all the running. I did all the paperwork. I did all the connections. I was the one talking to all the customers and repairing the cars and doing this and doing that. And I stuck my neck on the line. If I lost everything, it didn't affect you.
Yeah.
So do I feel like I should be rewarded for my hard work? And
yes,
I should.
Like I said, that's.
But it still comes at a cost of, now that I have to have people that work for me, I will make sure that they're taken care of.
Yeah. Well, like I said,
I know what it's like to be on the other end.
Well, you can't pit employee to owner.
No, you
And
can't.
there was the guy that I took his spot when I started at the dealership. He was, that was the problem is the sons worked in the shop with him. Now they weren't mechanics. But they were
Right.
they were out in the shop. The dad made them do every aspect of the dealership before they got.
I don't think that's fair though, because they already know what position they're going to land in.
I know, but it was good because at least they had an idea what was kind of going on. They're
Right.
not 100%, unattached from it,
Mm-hmm.
and it's better than some.
Right. I get it.
It's
Yep,
better
you're
than
right.
some. But the problem is the technician out there. He was always upset because he knew him as Joe,
Right.
and he's like, well, that guy's got money and he can go do whatever he wants and this and that. And it's,
Right.
well, yeah, but you're also the technician and his name's on the building.
Right.
And that's okay.
And
that's and I get that.
And that's the other thing that I tell people too, and this is not to sound like an asshole, and I'm not, and I'm generally
Yes, you
just
are.
not.
Yeah,
Some days I am,
don't,
but that's
don't lie to the.
well,
They've seen enough videos.
Yeah,
yes.
they've seen enough. That guy's a dick. But but here's the thing though, okay, and if you screw up as an employee, okay, that customer ain't coming in yelling at you. He's walking into. We'll just say. They might,
Yes.
but they're walking straight to that owner's office or right to the guy that's in charge and ripping him a new one.
Yep.
And he has to deal with the fallout of what his employee did or didn't do or whatever.
Yes.
Does that warrant him more money in the end? Yeah, not really. But because that was you knew
Well,
you were
like I said,
signing up for that when you were doing it. But
but it's you took all the risk, and I
Right.
get it. But the other thing is, like I said,
okay. But here's the thing, though. Okay. And this is where I think the disconnect is at between dealer owners or shop owners and their employees. Okay. So, yes, I took all the risk. It was all my money on the line. It's my name on the line. It's everything that I've put into it. It's on the line.
Yep.
Okay. Now, after 9 years, okay, 8.5, 9 years, we're in a bigger building, and this is all, I have saved up my money to pay cash for all this.
Yep.
I'm not financing nothing. I don't like banks. Those guys just, and I'll get into what I don't like about the banks here in a second. But I know. But what I'm saying is I put everything online. But I cannot grow without people.
Yeah.
And I think this is where the disconnect gets with dealer owners. Okay, so if you're a dealer owner and you want to have that yacht, you want to have this fancy house, these people are making it possible for you. So you need to reward them, and I don't even know rewards is the right word, but you need to treat them. They are giving you your lifestyle, so you need to make sure they're taken care of too.
Yes.
And if you need to take a little bit off your bottom line to make it happen, you need to do it.
Yeah.
Because those people are going to continue to make you money.
Yep.
And I don't know where that disconnect is at for that. They just treat them like dogs. Mm-hmm. And I've said it before, and I'll say it over and over and over and over again. The problem is that one bad apple ruins the bunch. So all it takes is that one employee that's a dick, that treats people like crap, that makes people not want to be there, and then they finally fire that person. Or you get someone, and I've seen this many times before, subpar technicians that think they deserve all of it.
Yes.
And these are the things that ruin the taste or put a bad taste in the mouth of these owners. So then they just start treating everyone the same, and that's one of the biggest problems you could have.
Yeah, but as an owner, like I said, as an owner, you would know who you can depend on.
Yes, that's true.
And that's the thing. And if you don't know who you can depend on out in your shop, you are one of those disconnected owners.
Yeah.
If you don't know the guy's name that like, hey, this needs to go to him because this is Donald Trump's car or whoever you choose, whatever.
Right.
Kamala Harris, whatever.
Right.
Anybody highest important, and it's the most important person. It's your grandmother's car,
Right.
the owner's grandmother's car, mother's car, whatever.
Right.
I want it to go to this person because that's the person that's going to fix it right, and I know it's going to be done right.
Right.
If you don't know who that person is in your shop, then you are one of those owners
Right.
that's
That
disconnected.
doesn't have a
from,
clue what's
yeah.
going on. So back to what I was talking about with employees that
And
have
not
the
by
power.
asking your service writer or your service
Right.
manager.
Yeah. You should be able to
You
walk
should
right in
know
that shop
them
and say,
by
this
name.
guy's going to handle it.
I don't care because, unless you are Jim Farley,
Right. Yeah.
you
right.
don't know the guys in the trenches because you don't know the person outside of the door. your golden
Right.
doorway.
Right. Right.
You know, your secretary.
But here's what I'm getting at, and I don't know why people don't understand this, and I don't know what it's going to take for people to understand this. Like I said, we're seeing it in the automotive world. Technicians are leaving faster than they're being replaced,
Yep.
and it's forcing owners to have to pay more, take better care of their guys, not treat them like crap anymore.
Yeah.
The same idea relates to Amazon, and I know this sounds crazy. I know it sounds like it's not possible. But if you work for Amazon and Bezos is estimating his profits at billions of dollars a year, and you can barely make your rent payments every month, okay, there's a simple fix for it. Don't be there.
Yeah.
If enough of his employees walked out tomorrow, I promise you things would get better.
Did the door just open? I think he just walked in.
Yeah, is he here? Yeah, Jeff Bezos here. Yeah,
We would like to talk to you.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, right. Yeah.
This isn't even live.
Right. Next thing you know, I'm gonna get an Amazon order. I didn't order this, and that'll be the end of it.
Yep.
Right there. Yeah.
You're gonna end up in the box.
But that goes for any job out there. If you're being treated, and I know people say the same thing all the time. You know, they live in these places, these Amazon fulfillment centers, and all this other crap, and they're like, "Well, that's the only job I can get. It's the only job I can do." If you believe that as a person, that's the only job you can do, you are 100% correct. Stay there and quit and whine for the rest of your fucking life. Because
Well, like
guess what? You have the ability to leave there and move and go somewhere different.
Yeah.
And anybody that says that they're staying for family is the biggest moron in the world. Because unless your mom and dad or your brothers and sisters are paying your fucking bills for you, why do you care so much about being near people and suffering for them? That's my take on it. You know,
well,
I hate to be so so
the same
brash
thing.
about that, but I mean,
Well, it goes to the same thing. They're talking about the housing crisis out west.
right?
We'll say California.
Okay, I'm just
You know,
saying.
there's not enough houses for the people and stuff like that. And it's like, well, you don't need to live there.
Right, you don't have. No one's
There
forcing
is
you to live there.
there's a town. Is it in Oklahoma? They're paying people to move there.
Right.
It's like, come on in. We'll give you a house and money.
Right.
You know, and it's like,
With
wow.
with the internet, you have the ability to go on and find anywhere in the United States you want to live, and where the best pay is, where the best housing is at. Now, I get it. I get the whole family debate about that too. I
Yeah.
understand it.
Yes.
I mean, look at your mom, for example. I
Yep.
mean, obviously your dad's been passed away for a few years
Yep.
now.
Mhm.
And, you know, your mom lives by herself.
Yeah.
And it's nice that you're close enough to, but also you have a good job and you make good
Yeah.
money and all that other stuff. And you can stop down and see your mom, make sure she's taken care of. There's
Yep.
other family in the area, nieces, nephews, whoever that
Yeah.
can stop by, make sure she's okay.
Yep.
So I get the argument of not
yeah.
leaving
I
because
get it.
you
Family
have,
is important because,
you know,
without family, where are you anyways?
that's true.
And
There's
I
a lot
get
of
that.
truth
I
in
do get that to a point, but the same point is, you know, if you're in such a desperate situation, you know,
Okay, so let's
I-
play that out for a second. If you were struggling to get by, barely paying your bills, couldn't afford to live and all this other stuff, would you still stick around because your mom's here?
you
That's
know,
a tough thing to ask.
it is
because,
because-
okay, but we'll take that a step further though. Would your mom want that? And I think that's a question not a lot of people ask. Is that if if you are struggling and you're barely getting by and all this other stuff, and you're using the excuse that, well, my mom's here and I need to take care of her, if you were to go to your mother, any good parent would say, listen, you go
do what's best for you.
You do what's best for you and take care of yourself. I will be okay. And who knows, it could be one of the things where you could move away, let's say 10 hours, 20 hours away, whatever.
Yep.
And you were making enough money that you could now afford to have home health care for your
Yep.
mom. Or, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
you
now the
could.
situation, even though you took yourself out of the situation, now you have more money to take care. And I think too many people put too much effort into or
I
thought
think
into
it's
that.
like you're going. I get where you're going with it. It's almost like it's a crutch.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
You-
Use it as an excuse.
Yep. And it is. It would be a tough call. It would be.
It
but,
would be. Obviously you're not in that position, so
No.
you can't really say one way or another.
No, I can't
But-
speak from, but I mean, some people can just do that.
Right.
Some, I mean, I know some people,
Yeah.
huh,
I'm out of here. Yeah, I'm
We're
gone. Yeah.
but
But here's the thing, though. Okay, so let's rewind. Okay, 20 years ago. We're rewinding the clock 20 years ago, and this is what people And I'm trying to explain to everyone that's watching this that you have options, you have avenues that you can take in your life to go do different things and all that. Obviously,
Well, here's the biggest thing: you did it the best way. Period. You did it when you were young.
Yeah, I was 20.
You were young. You get, because I'm gonna be, I'm.
I don't think I could do it today.
No way.
I know that's what you're getting at. I couldn't do it right now.
No, you couldn't do it today.
No,
couldn't.
No,
you've got to do it when you're young. I get it. And if you got a bunch of kids and stuff like that, there's another whole thing.
It makes it harder. Yeah,
it does. But like I said, you did it the best way. You left then, went out, you made a good life out there.
Yeah, I did.
Came back. I mean, you spent it all.
I did. Blew it all on toys and stupid shit.
Stuff,
but yeah.
Woo!
Yeah, right. Don't hand a 20-year-old that kind of money, all right? I'm just going to tell you that right now. You'll get stupid real fast. Right? Yeah. That's choosing that. Right?
Exactly.
But anyways, back to what we're talking about.
What?
I don't even remember what we're talking about. How these big CEOs and record profits and all this other stuff. What I'm getting at is right back to what we're talking about. Technicians, we hold the power. The employees hold the power. If more people would get that through their fucking heads, that you have if you're running a company that has 10 employees and you treat all 10 like shit and 8 of them leave, guess what? You're not going to have the company
like I said,
longer.
the worst thing is that, like, I can remember in, 100%, we sat down, we had a meeting. This was 20 years ago. And we're in that meeting. It might not even been 20 years ago. It might have been 15, whatever. We were in that meeting and the service director looked at everybody and says, if you guys are here just for the money, you can leave. And I don't know why.
Got up and walked out the door.
And to this day, I'm like, why did we not just all leave?
Yeah, did you all should just stood up and said, well, we'll see you later.
I don't know if I was just floored at the time.
Right,
Because I'm sitting there and
going,
and I go, you know what? I felt a disturbance in the force.
Right.
I needed to fix cars to make everything right. No, of course I'm here for the money, just like you are.
Right.
Shut up. My God, it still gets me to this day.
The best one I've ever been in when the manager walked in and said, you're all replaceable. We'll replace you tomorrow. I got a dozen applications on my desk. And you screw up, you're gone.
Yep. They're waiting outside.
Yeah.
They are? No, that's the Secretary of State. They're trying to get driver's license.
Right.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
And that guy laying against the building, he doesn't want to work. That's why he's picking up cans.
And here's the thing. This is why, back to the technician shortage, and everyone wonders why there's no tech today. You can't treat these guys like shit for years. I tell everyone, don't get into it. Don't do it.
No.
It's not worth it. Then they'll say, well, it's worth it. You make good money at it. Yeah, you're right. I do now.
Yeah.
But
at what cost?
Yeah, what
really
cost?
Not even like just the buying parts, doing all that stuff, buying your tools, buying your tools, buying your tool, all the stuff that comes along with being a technician.
Right.
The training and the learning and all that stuff. It's
right. I know. I get it.
God.
And then the thing is, and I don't know who's watching. We got more young guys out there that are watching this. I think we're just a couple of old technicians that hate everybody. But I mean, because we do. There's a lot of truth in that. But I mean, I don't know. I hate this fucking industry. I do.
Well,
and I love it all at the same time. Yeah, it's like an abusive relationship.
It is.
I'm saying. God,
really sorry. That was my fault. I shouldn't have gotten away with your fist.
Right. Yeah, no shit.
I'll try not to fall down the stairs again,
Right. I don't know what to do to change it. I don't think there's any changes coming. Everyone's talking change and this and that, whatever. And I see it all the time, these creators on TikTok and all this other stuff, guys that I follow that talk about this stuff.
Yeah.
And I wish we quit talking about it. I wish someone would just, and I don't know how to do it, how I even spearhead it, or even I want to do it. We almost need like not a coalition. Right? What would be the word if you were to have a group that monitors? I'm not talking like
JD Power.
Yeah, no. JD Power, get them involved.
They do it good.
But what I mean is, could you imagine that if you had, and I'm going to say it like a union, and I'm not for or against unions. I think unions serve their purpose for whatever. But what I'm saying is that if you had like a board of director type thing that were just all automotive technicians that monitored the treatment and pay of technicians everywhere, Is that the answer? You know, I don't know what the
Well, like I
answer
said,
is. I'm just saying
that's like I said, that's where the problem, with flat rate is right there. I mean, because it's too all over the place. There is no, what you're getting paid at the Dodge store, you might get triple at the Chevy store.
Right.
Because, whatever you can work, it's so all over the place.
That's one of the biggest problems with flat rate in general.
I
Brett's
think
got a question.
I think it would be called a bureau, like you call it BUT. BTT, the Bureau of Technician Treatment.
There you go. That would be about it.
The owners
right.
would go, but I'm here from Butt. Oh, no.
We represent technicians everywhere.
Yeah. Here's my card.
Right.
Is that a giant butt? Yep.
That's our logo.
We got a butt on a butt. Yeah.
Right. That's our logo.
This is one of our steam employees, Beavis. Yeah, fire! Gonna burn this place down. Gonna burn it. Fire!
I give up. That's about it too.
Yeah, I mean, I like.
That's about technicians can't go more than 5 seconds without cracking a joke about something.
Well, because we've had,
which I'm fine with. That's how
we've
we
been
stay.
abused all of our lives, so we have to.
That's how we deal with it.
You
That's how we internalize all our pain.
Just
Keep
suck
it
it.
internal.
I don't know. I mean, whatever. It's just, if you like doing it, that's the toughest thing. You enjoy doing it. It's tough to get away from it because you like fixing things. You like working on stuff and you like, doing that. I mean, like I said, is there anything else that like you can go like, hey, I heard you, work for the cable company. Can you run me some cable?
Right.
Just run some cable.
There used to be guys that do that.
Yeah, there used to be.
You're right.
Next door, hey.
Exactly. But I mean, at the end of the day, I think it's just do whatever you love. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just
find something that like I said, you got to do what's best for you. The biggest takeaway from this should be, if there's anything, is you got to look out for yourself because nobody else is going to.
Yeah, no one's coming. No one's saving you. No one's
No.
coming for you. No one's nothing.
I mean, somebody might be coming for you, but they're not coming to save you.
They're coming for us after this video. So I mean, these CEOs, they don't want. Like I said earlier, them CEOs. Jim Farley, he doesn't tune into Behind the Wrenches with Zach and Randy.
Would you find out he's like our number one subscriber?
He's out there.
These guys are really picking on me.
No.
Yeah, that's right. You tag Jim Farley in this, and you tell him, go fuck yourself, Jim. All right. $650,000 bonus, and you got no technicians left. While you're cutting flat rate hours of warranty time on your cars.
Yep. We're going electric. It's a great idea. Wait a minute, we're not.
Right. So I mean, but you're right. No one's coming to help you. No one's coming to save you.
Mm-hmm.
Do what makes you happy.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as technician wise goes, don't let anyone get you down. Don't let anyone tell you can't do it. Don't let anyone tell you you're doing it wrong. Do what you feel you need to do.
Yeah.
Do what you think is right. Take care of customers, fix some cars, and have some fun.
Yeah.
We're only here once.
Yeah.
That's how I see it. That's why we got so many toys laying around.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's all it comes down to. And as far as, like I said, back to the big CEOs making all that profits, you know what? I think, another unpopular opinion, who gives a shit? Jim Farley got a $650,000 bonus. Don't let that keep you up at night. Because he got that bonus. Guess what? I didn't get it. You didn't get it.
No.
And us sitting here talking about it ain't going to get... Jim Farley ain't going to show up ready to see you check with, hey, guys, I felt bad. So here's 10 grand a piece.
I broke it down. I figured I could give every American $1.
Right. Yeah, or whatever it was. Yeah.
And then I write it off on my taxes and I get more back.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, exactly. We're not getting to getting taxes.
Yeah.
We won't even go to that. Down that realm. But anyways, that's what it comes down to. Do what you want, do what you love. Don't let anyone hold you back. And as far as like, we talked about, like family and all the other stuff. You want to go do this for a living and you live in Michigan and you want to go do it in Florida, go do it in Florida. Go have fun. Yeah. You're young enough, go do it. Who cares?
Do it while you're young.
Do it while you're young. You start getting older, it's harder to do.
Yeah. It's going to,
Right.
Yeah.
Get some life experience, have some fun with it. I did it. I don't regret not 1 minute of doing it.
No.
And I think it's maybe a better technician, maybe in whatever today. Maybe not a better person. It's maybe more cynical and mean, but I mean,
it happens.
but I can fix more cars. Or maybe not.
I don't know.
I'm guessing half the time. I ain't
Yeah.
gonna lie to you.
They got that dice, that
Yeah,
diagnostic. dice.
diagnostic. I have the 8-ball.
Yeah. Well, I got the snap-on socket. It's an 8-ball socket. You shake it.
Do
It's-
ya?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
snap-on socket.
The problem is I tried using it on my 85 Chevy, and I asked why it was running bad. It said fuel injector, and I said, it's got a carburetor. I said, I don't know what
Mine
to
said
do.
ask again. I'm like,
Ask again later. Fuel injector. Well, there's the problem. It's got a carburetor on it. If I put a fuel
Ah,
injector
there
in,
we
it's
go.
going to fix the problem. Yeah. Oh, 2 cents. We don't have one of them either. I guess we're going to add one now. Anyways. All right, well, that's it for today. That's Behind the Wrench with Zach and Randy. We'll see you again in a couple weeks. And keep an eye out for other videos we got coming. We got some shorts. We're going to do some stuff with the hot rods and the big trucks. And so get on the channel, get on the YouTube channel and watch what we're up to. We're going to have some fun ones for you. And we still have a giveaway coming up, which I got to find the car yet. But this summer sometime, I am giving away a car. There's no entries or no money, no nothing. We're just going to have people email in and
yeah, we're gonna it's gonna random drawing thing.
yeah, it might be an 08 Impala.
It might be the Batmobile.
It
probably won't be the Batmobile,
Yeah,
but-
or it might be the Batmobile.
It might be a new Bronco.
Which Batmobile?
Jim Farley.
Yeah. Dear Jim, I would like a brand new Bronco. If
Yep.
you could deliver
So I
that.
can give away.
Yeah. We
Grand
don't make
Prix.
we don't make a 16th of his bonus every year or whatever it is, and we're going to give a car away. And you talk about them big CEOs and Ford and GM can't give a car away.
Oh.
We're going to show you that
They give
couple of
cars away, but
hillbillies-
they give them away the junk because they're scrap. They're
Right.
like, uh-oh.
So we're going to find something cool to give to somebody. Like I said, just going to be a commuter car for someone that just needs a car.
With big wing on the back.
Some 22-inch rims, a
Yep.
wing.
Yep.
Exhibits
Everything.
coming over. We're gonna.
Yeah.
He's gonna help us pimp
He
it
was
out.
going to pimp it out. Well, we're
Might
going
not
to take
run when we're done,
everything from Gran Torino. He said not to put on the car. We're
Right,
putting
do
on the
that.
car.
That's what we're putting on the car. Okay. All right, before we go, we're gonna sign off here in just a minute. I got to tell you something funny. I went to the auction one time and bought a Honda Civic for $300. Took it home, put fart can exhaust, big rims, and a wing on it. Oh, and different headlights. And took it back to the auction, and everyone there made fun of me.
Yep.
Okay, like, what? Do you just do this for fun? Yeah, I do. You know,
It's got underglow and it's got Mitsumoto tires.
I was into that car for buying it and everything for $1,000 and sold it in the auction block for $1,100. And after the fees, I made $950. So I lost like $50 on that.
Yeah,
but
but
by God, was it fun?
It was fun.
It was a blast. So, all right, that'll work. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks and enjoy it.
Yep.